Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Can everybody hear me first off? Thank you so much for being here this morning, giving up your Thursday to come and listen to us rant and rave about social media. I'm Mel Gard. I am an internet marketing consultant with WSI. And first question I would like to ask everybody in this room is, does anybody here actually think that the ANC Youth League is going to manage to have Twitter shut down? Okay, that's good. So at least everybody realizes that social media is here to stay. The next thing I want to ask everybody is, who here that's in business has a website? Okay, so most of us, good, but the question I would like you to ask yourselves, why are we online? Well, WSI has worked with tens of thousands of companies all over the world. We've realized that being online can fulfill three things. Number one, lead generation. So whether that means selling your product online or getting somebody to fill in a contact form so that you can then chase up that lead, being online is a pretty good lead generation tool. Number two, credibility and brand awareness. And what this helps with is somebody choosing you over your competitor because you appear more knowledgeable and you appear to have more people who trust you. So they will choose you as opposed to the guy standing next to you. Third is customer communication. We should by now all know that it's far easier to sell to somebody who's already bought from us before. So how do we stay top of mind with those people who've already said, yes, I want to hear from you? The key for this, and this is why you all have a copy of this in front of you. We had lots of people asking us before this, are you going to give us practical information? The practical information is in front of you right now. Tomorrow or this afternoon when you get back to your workplace, you get your marketing team together and sit down and you say, why are we online? And decide what is most important to you. Then all you have to do is follow our plan. Now, as you can see here, for example, let's say credibility and brand awareness is the most important thing for your organization in the next 12 months. Pay-per-click marketing might not be the right place for you to compete in. It's not a priority. But search engine optimization and content marketing and social media, those things are going to give you credibility online. That's where you focus your efforts, you focus your time, you focus your budget. This is just a step-by-step plan on how to do it. What we're here to do today is to fill in the blanks as to what all of those are and how you can achieve it.
Right. So what we're here today is we need to find out how to leverage the internet for our business. So in my presentation now, we're going to go through various steps and show you various results and see what the internet is actually doing in South Africa, how it's growing, and how we can use it for our business. So within the presentation, what is it that you're actually going to understand? Hopefully, you're actually going to be able to understand how to plan your online presence properly. And as a result of that, we're going to give you some more questions that you need to answer as business owners so that you can make your online presence effective and efficient so you can make it successful. We also need to understand that we need to take our real-world activities, so everything that we do in our normal office, our offline activities, and how do we merge them and make them onto our online activities as well. That's really important. We're obviously going to start to introduce a little bit of social media and how we implement the social media as well. And hopefully, we're all going to explain this in plain English so we actually understand what we're talking about here. So let's talk about the internet. Let's talk about the growth of the internet, how it can impact our own business and our own lives. Does anybody recognize this map?
It's a map of all the major bandwidth that connects to different countries.
You're getting ahead of things here. Very good. We've got some savvy over there, okay. We'll ask that side of the room just to keep quiet for a second. Okay, that's actually the shipping routes from the 18th century. Note all of the starting points, where all of the major lines are coming through. There's another map of the world. Anybody got a clue on this map of the world? It's a telegraph cable route, also of the 18th century. So you can see they're pretty similar, aren't they? Let's have a look at the most important map of all at the moment, the reason why you're actually sitting here. This is an internet connectivity map. of the entire world. So this is the big picture, guys. This is why we're all here at this conference today. They look pretty similar as well, don't they? Same roots, all around Africa, around the Middle East, around Asia, same going across the Atlantic, all the same stuff. So what does this actually mean for Africa? Because that's where we are. It means that Africa's connected. We know that we've had huge internet bandwidth capability increases over the last couple of years. We've had great big cables like the SAT3 cable come online. We've had the CCOM cable come online as well. We know how much that's increased things, but we've also got more underground cables coming online between now and the end of 2011. So that means that our future for the internet here in South Africa is incredibly positive. So let's have a look at South Africa's picture itself. We can see that from 2008 all the way to 2013, the figures are phenomenal. Our capability increased by double from 2009 through to this year, 2010. By next year, that capability is going to double again. So our total capacity in gigs is going to be phenomenal. What does that mean for all of us? Well, it means we're going to have more bandwidth, number one. It means that our internet connection speeds should increase. It means that we shouldn't run out of bandwidth, which I know is a big concern for people. And also, hopefully it also means that we might actually get a bit of a reduction in price. But that's probably not going to happen in the future, so we need to speak to the boys about that to govern the pricing. So let's have a look at the ADSL growth in South Africa now. These are the people online as well. We take it all the way from 2003 all the way to 2009. Now these figures come from one of the largest internet statistical firms around, based in South Africa, Worldwide Works. Anytime that you want to look at internet marketing statistics or online statistics, Worldwide Work is the company that you'll be dealing with. So these aren't made up figures, these are actual figures that you can take home and use for your online business strategies as well. You can see that in 2003 we only had 15,500 people using ADSL. We've now got 835,000 people from last year. Let's go on to the wireless broadband connectivity. So 3G, the rest of wireless. We can see there's been a massive jump from 2007 at 440,000 to 2009 at 1.5 million users. Now we all know the infrastructure development that the telecommunications networks have put in place. We know that 3G is part of that as well. So I'm sure that as business owners we can foresee the future is just immense for this technology. So what does that mean for South Africa? How many internet users do we actually have? Well, we can see that if we take it right from where we started, as a democracy, there are only 100,000 very lucky people who are using the internet. And they were probably on the horrible dial-up connection that took 15 hours to do anything and never really worked properly anyway. Now, thank goodness, we've got decent connectivity and we've got decent technology as well. That means we're sitting at over 5 million people last year. We're currently sitting at 6 million people. That's a great growth within internet connectivity. 10% of our population is actively using the internet. So if we have a look at the stats that we really want to know, that's the reason why we're here, let's look at the projected stats for the next 5 years. Bearing in mind as well that I've just mentioned that our bandwidth capability is going to be doubling between now and the end of 2011. So if we look at the graph here, we can see that for 2010 we're sitting at 6 million. The projected growth by 2015 is going to be we're going to have 10 million internet users in South Africa. That's huge. That's a massive market to tap into. The correct markets for your LSM brackets, essentially your target markets. So why do you care as a business owner? Why should you actually care about all of this? Well, we know that every business has 3 needs. Mel's mentioned them earlier. It doesn't matter if you've just got a website and you've got people coming to it. That's great. But you need lead generation. You need leads coming to your business all the time. And that's how obviously we grow our business. We need the credibility. We need our brand recognition. Because if, at the end of the day, if your brand is very negatively perceived, you're never going to grow anywhere. We all know that. We're business owners. We need the credibility for our directors, also for our employees, and for our products and services. And the last thing that Mel mentioned is we all want to have customer communication. We want to be able to tell whether or not people are actively engaging in what it is that we're offering. We also want to know whether or not they're thinking positively or negatively about it. And Francois is going to go through all of this in much greater detail later on in the course of this morning. So how is it that we can actually duplicate our real world business online? Because that's what we need to start doing. Yes, you've guessed it. It's all about Google. Why? Because Google's the biggest search engine in the world. They own everything. I don't know about you guys, but when I'm looking for something, I go out of my office. I don't say to the rest of the people in my office, okay, listen, I'm just leaving my computer now. I'm going to go to another computer. I'm going to turn it on, and I'm going to try and search the internet for whatever it may be, X, Y, and Z company. Well, that's already too long anyway. I don't do that. I've just wasted time. No, I tell the people in my office, hey guys, we need to find out more information for X, Y, and Z company. I'm going to Google it. It's a new word. So everything is being digitized at the moment. What does that mean? It means that we're taking the transformation of our offline physical content, moving it onto an online digital content. Why is this important? Well, let's have a look at youngsters today. Youngsters don't read newspapers today. Do you want to know why not? Well, because they only come out once a day, for starters. If you're really lucky, maybe twice a day. Secondly, they don't have any hyperlinks in them, so you can't click on it to go find more information somewhere else and get even greater value out of that newspaper. Number three, they're sick and tired of having black ink over their hands all the time. And number four, they can get news that's happening right now at their fingertips, right now. They don't have to wait for anywhere between 6 and 18 hours. It's all there in front of them. So yeah, everything is being digitized. The whole world is being disrupted by this. We can see that music's online. We know that books are online via applications like the Kindle and the latest phase, the iPad. We can see that our digital games are also coming online. Guitar Hero is a fantastic example of that. So why is digitization actually happening? Well, simple. I've just said everybody looks at yellow pages or directories, but those are all online now. All of the magazines and newspapers are coming online. Radio is online. Why? Via podcasts. All of the music is already being digitized. How many of you in this room have got an iPod? Quite a few? Okay, a fair amount. I hate having 300 or 400 CDs in my house taking up room. So what did I do? I went and bought an iPod. They're all stuck on there. I can take it around with me, do whatever I want, and it's all perfect. Even TV is becoming digitized. That's what PVR is. And you've also got streaming TV now as well.